attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody that is on the call. We've got lots of people joining us at the moment as we speak. Huge turnout today, and no surprises there following what's gone on in Las Vegas. So we've got a lot to tell you about. Thank you for taking the time and trouble to get here, and obviously those of you that are here for the first time. This is going to take approximately an hour. We're going to bring to you for the first time the new IML business overview. A lot of changes happened, some phenomenal announcements in Las Vegas, and we're going to be able to relay that to you. If you didn't get some of the Chinese whispers and the secret hangouts that were going on, obviously whilst we were in Vegas, then this is the opportunity that you've been waiting for to absorb everything that has changed, and all for the better. I'm delighted to say. Let me also welcome a couple of people who are incredibly instrumental. We've got IML's number one recruiter, number one business person, Sharon James. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Ali. How are you this evening?
I'm very well, probably better than you. My flight wasn't so long, so I know you had a long haul home.
Yeah, it was plenty of traveling yesterday. No sleep in 40 hours, but you know what? As I said, you can always sleep on a beach.
Well, there is that, yeah, or sleep when you're dead, something like that. I think that's how it goes. Hopefully not just yet, though.
No.
And of course, let me welcome the probably the most important business under the most important business. I can't even talk. Most important person underneath Christopher Terrier and ISIS. Linda Helen has joined us here today. Hi, Linda.
Hi everybody, and I'm not that important. We all are important. We're gonna make millions, Lee.
So humble, she really is.
She is.
What I'd like to do first of all, I see some questions in. If everybody just stick a Y in the box for me, just so I know that we are coming through to you loud and clear. That's great. Thank you for that. That just helps us. And also, hopefully you can see my screen as well. So a couple of Ys will tell me that you can see that as well. Let me just make sure that we've got those before we start. Got lots of yeses, loads of Ys. Okay, so that's great. Thanks very much indeed. Okay, well, let's get this show on the road. Let me enlarge the slides first of all. And what we are going to do, so please don't go anywhere, is that we want to just really make sure that we wrap this call up today with some very important announcements. So please make sure you stay until the end. We're going to try and get it done within the hour. We're going to do a full Q&A at the end because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of questions, which is why Linda has kindly joined us here. We'll do our very best to answer those. I'm sure we'll be able to cover most of them. Think of them, put them in if you wish to whilst you go through. If they crop up, if not, put them on a pen and paper. And then we'll go through a Q&A completely at the end and make sure every single question of those that you've raised have been answered. Okay, so let's get on with it. I'm just going to move a few things out the way. But for those of you here for the first time, we're going to take this presentation right the way through, start to finish. So what is IML? Well, IML is the merging of two of the most powerful industries, which is without any question trading. So that's Forex, futures trading, and network marketing. And as it says here, it's a vehicle for permanent wealth creation. It's not just for the elite or the experienced or wealthy. IML makes products available and affordable for all to enter the trading industry with a level playing field. And almost 100 years of expert experience. And in Christopher Terri's own words, I'd like to read a quote from him. The idea of IML came from 14 years of retailing my educational services and mentorship in partnership with other expert traders. This produced some of today's most successful and recognized traders and analysts worldwide. IML is a powerful system of products which now allows virtually everyone to be successful in trading. There is a better way than what you're doing now to create real wealth, and I am living proof of that. I feel blessed to be able to bring you these products and this opportunity to meaningfully change your life for good. Now, here's a bit of background on Christopher Terry himself, and please, if you're here for the first time, Google the man. He has a phenomenal reputation worldwide, and as it says on screen, Mr. Terry has been a full-time trader and educator since 1998 in the futures, Forex, and equity markets. Over the years, he's built a worldwide following and has traveled extensively throughout the USA, Europe, Asia, and South America, educating on how to create real financial independence. Mr. Terry has helped thousands of traders across the globe reach financial independence, and then they themselves have gone on to become successful mentors and educators, both in the media and online. And you'll see that some of the shows that Christopher Terry has been either involved in or seen on.
Lee?
Linda?
Yes, I just want to let you know that Christopher Terry was invited first week in November back to speak at the Traders Expo in Las Vegas. He's one of the highlights of the whole entire event. So Christopher will be on his way back to Vegas with some of his team, and he will be speaking there.
Poor Christopher, he's just done a huge global launch of IMN in Vegas. He's managed to get a few days break and now he's going back for that. But that actually tells you how highly regarded it is. I mean, that show I know, or Expo, happens to be one of the biggest in the world. And I know Christopher is a very large integral part of that. So as I say, please do your own research. If you're here for the first time, I know you're going to find nothing but glowing reports. And what I'd like you to do is just ask yourself 3 simple questions. What if you could learn a new profession and earn while doing it? Just think about that for the moment. You have an opportunity to learn a new profession and at the same time earning money whilst you're in that education. And what if your income stopped today? How long could you live in your current lifestyle that you're living in now? If everything stopped today or tomorrow, how long could you last? And what if you could get connected with an education platform where you could work at your own pace, yet be mentored by the very best people in the industry? Well, I think we've got the answers to those questions. And another question, who is the most successful person you know? Well, maybe several people, I don't know, but there are 2 here on screen. And imagine if the most successful person was your mentor. And we've got some phenomenally successful people in this business. Sharon, who's here with us today, is leading the way. You need to learn from those people. But if you look at the quotes underneath, you've got Warren Buffett. The stock market is a no-called strike game. You don't have to swing at everything, and you can wait for your pitch. The problem when you're a money manager is your fans keep yelling, swing your bum. And then you look at Oprah on the other side. Well, do the one thing you think you cannot do and fail at it. How true is that? You know, don't worry about making mistakes. If you don't get it right, you simply try again. Do better the second time round. The only people who
Lee,
never tumble. Yes.
forgive me for interrupting, but I think the slides are not advancing. You might have it on frozen.
I'm okay, Linda.
I should be moving forward fine. Can everybody, if you could just stick another triple Y in the box, can everybody see the slides running through? 3 Ys it is. I think we're okay, Linda.
Sorry.
That's all right, no
Lisa got
problem.
me in trouble.
No problem. Let me finish off her quote. So the bottom line with Oprah is she's just simply saying that you can't fail by getting it wrong. If it doesn't work out the first time, whatever it is, be it sending your first email or talking to somebody about IML on the business, then work out what didn't go so well and do it again. This is your moment. Own it. You just get back up, bounce back up, and you go again. So let's take a look at maybe who the mentors are in the business and how they play an integral role. Well, one of the most exciting announcements that came out of Las Vegas and maybe news to some of you here, although the grapevine is pretty impressive, I have to say, within IML, is the announcement of the futures market. That, I believe, Linda, is going to be brought into play on Monday. I believe everything will be launched with the full signal service. So you'll have both platforms running futures and Forex. And we're going to take a look at the futures and Forex market now in more detail. So scale of the market, size. I mean, these numbers, every time I see this slide, just amaze me because they're hard to comprehend, but it gives you a scale of maybe the relationship of Forex to the New York, Tokyo, and London stock exchange. Look at London. For those of you, and we've got a lot of people on the line here from Europe. The London Stock Exchange, $7 billion traded daily. Tokyo, $18 billion. And then you have New York at $22 billion. But wrap those together and then compare that to the amount of money that is traded daily on the foreign exchange market. It's $5 trillion daily. And as it says underneath, in case you're not sure what that is, the foreign exchange market, which can be referred to as Forex or FX or the currency market, is a global decentralized market for the trading of currencies. Financial centers around the world function as anchors, trading between a wide range of different types of buyers and sellers. So that's a brief overview on what Forex actually is. Now let's take a look at futures. New to us, certainly everybody was so excited at Vegas to know that the future's here, and there are going to be more things to come. I'm not going to steal Christopher's thunder by telling you too much about those now, but I promise you this is not just it. This will be launched Monday, and I think for those of you that are interested, and I'm sure that's 99% of you, in making money via trading with the Signal service, which Sharon's going to tell you a little bit about, then having futures bought into the frame is going to make an incredible difference to that earning potential. As you can see, it says here that a futures contract is a standardized contract between two parties to buy or sell a specified asset or standardized quantity and quality for a price agreed upon today, and that's what they refer to as the futures price or strike price, with delivery and payment occurring at a specified future date. And again, that is referred to as the delivery date. The contracts are negotiated at a futures exchange. And you can see some of the commodities on the left-hand side. Corn in your morning cereal. Lumber that makes the chair that you're currently sitting on. Gold on your watch and jewelry. Cotton that makes your clothes. Beef and potatoes that you eat for lunch. And steel, which makes your motor car. That'll give you an idea of the commodities that are traded within the futures market. Sharon, I'd like to hand it over to you. Maybe you could take everybody through the IML signal.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Lee. Well, the IML signal, you know, the way I look at it, what better way that you can have the signal, and I like the term earn while you learn, and that is great. So basically, the signal service is something that we get to mirror image exactly what the traders are doing. So while you're learning to trade on your own, we actually accept the signal, and this actually comes from whenever they purchase, it comes direct to your to the server and direct to your desktop. So for me, this suits everybody, Lee and Linda. You know, you've got your person on the left here, as I call Keith, you know, sat at the computer, very, very interested. Yeah, very interested in learning. Then you've got, you know, a mum here with a child, and we know that she can't be on a computer, say for, you know, 5-6 hours a day or a couple of hours a day, even so. And then you've got the empty computer, which to me is fantastic. So if you've got another job or you're doing something else and you can't be at hand, well, that's not an issue. It takes you 2 minutes a day to be able to set up your signal service, and this is what you can do. So really, in a nutshell, it suits everybody, doesn't it? Absolutely everybody.
It does. And you know, one of the things that we must make clear is that once you've got, and there are different ways you can set that up, we'll do specific training on that for anybody that is struggling, but very, very simple to do. And with the likes of VPS, which is a virtual private server, you can, the picture on the right would suit most people, unless you really want to immerse yourself and learn that new profession, which of course we'll come on to in a moment. But you can go about your day on autopilot, you set the protocol for your trades and simply mirror what these experts are doing. It's a phenomenal product.
Can I jump in here for a second, Lee? If you can
Yes,
go back.
please.
We have a signal for Forex, and now we're going to be getting our signal for futures. So you'll be running two signals at the same time on your desktop, because they'll be trading both aspects at the same time. So everybody in the next day or so, Christopher's been under wraps doing all of the videos right now. So the next couple of hours, you'll receive them in your back office, and everyone will be having 2 signals, and you know you're not paying for the second signal. It's included. So the future signal will
Fantastic.
be coming to you today or tomorrow.
So there we have it. We've got 2 signals. So that's phenomenal. So IML signal, I think everybody needs to understand this, that it's not a robotic software. Linked to IML, real expert traders trading in real time. So imagine that you've got expert traders trading, and we are mirroring, imaging exactly what they are buying and selling. So that's what the signal will do for us. So buy, sell signal to your own trading account within 0.0008 second, in a nanosecond, within built-in protective stops. Very easy to install. It must be quite easy because I've actually done it. Works with your choice of brokerage companies using the MT4 MetaTrader 4 platform. And you will trade with your money as the traders use theirs. Your account mirrors the expert. So you retain complete control, and only you have access to your trading account. So this is fantastic.
I'm going to jump in again. Can I jump in again?
Absolutely,
okay,
Linda.
The MetaTrader 4 goes along with Forex. We are now going to trade futures on Ninja. So you can find a broker that does both, or you're going to have 2 brokers, one for MetaTrader 4 and one for Ninja. Okay, my broker does both. My broker does both, so I don't need another broker, and I now have the ability to trade with one broker. But you have to check with your broker, everybody, if they'll do the Ninja trading also, because that's where futures is coming from, Ninja.
Oh, that's fantastic. So really, like you said, Linda, you've got both on your trading account. So people really are better off looking for a trader that does both, rather than having 2 separate trading accounts.
And let me just emphasize that for those of you that are out there, please don't be alarmed, but the whole purpose of you having a trader is that this is your account. As Sharon's just said, only you can access your account. IML don't take, a slice of commission or bonus payments or anything like that from your trading account. You select a broker, and you need a broker, as Linda has just highlighted, and they are out there. That obviously can offer you both platforms. That's really important. You can have independent, which means obviously you're going to need 2 brokers, but you need to do some research and make sure that you've got somebody that's going to work with you and give you what you need. Sharon, just before I let you go on to the next slide, just something I wanted to mention. It's purely fresh to my mind. I had a call from somebody last night looking at IML briefly, and they'd had an email from me. And I just wanted to mention this because you need to understand what is sometimes in people's minds. And the email or message I got back saying, oh, I've just seen exactly the same thing. And I could have let it go at that, but of course I didn't. And I just said, okay, could you send me the information on what it is that you've been sent? And what he'd been sent was a piece of software, exactly what the top line reads, a piece of robotic software that claims to predict what the market is going to be doing. So just bear that in mind, because that can sometimes be in people's heads, and they'll say, oh yeah, I've seen it. Don't take that for granted. There is nothing like iMarkets Live out in the marketplace. This is a unique business, having traders, expert traders in your corner, showing you the moves that they're executing and sending a signal, and then you simply decide to mirror it. There is nothing equivalent to this business in the marketplace.
Lee, you just brought up such an incredible statement. I mean, if somebody's doing it for you and you're not learning. For me, I'm nearing 60 years old, and for me to get a new profession or to go for a job interview, it's almost embarrassing, because who's interviewing me is younger than my own children. So this IML, for me, I have selected first to build my team, but I have all intentions of making this the profession. So not having a robot, having somebody in the room explaining what they're doing and why they're doing it is very, very important for me, because I want to learn this trade.
What is for me, my background's not trading, as you know, Linda, and for me to be able to absorb that information. And I met these traders, both Joe and Louis, in Vegas, two outstanding individuals who really do and did manage to relay the fact that you cannot learn this in 5 minutes. You know, what's taken them years and years to perfect. And they share the way that they look at the markets and so on. And to have those guys in your corner, well, it's priceless, absolutely priceless. And when we come on to the numbers in a moment, you'll start to understand what a phenomenal valued business this is. Sorry, Sharon, we've spoken all over you.
No,
Please carry on.
no, I agree with you because I've had the same. People asking me, oh yeah, I've actually been involved in Forex and I lost a lot of money. And when you do explain this to them, they go, oh, right, okay. So, you know, looking at why I'm IML signal, and this is why that you can go back to the people that you're speaking to and say, you accept the signal. It takes less than 2 minutes a day of your time. You have no learning curve. And the expert traders trade with their own money at the same time. So you've got to remember something. While you're accepting the signal, they're actually trading with millions of dollars themselves. So they're actually trading with their own money. So they're going to be very cautious and you know, check out the markets correctly because they want to do it correctly. Do you agree, guys? You know?
Oh, completely. You know, I think that's one of the things that came across from them, Sharon, was that, you know, we need to understand that this isn't, they're not employed to just send a signal out and predict something.
No.
They're trading live with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Theirs, their clients. The responsibility that they have is not just to us, it's to their clients. And that's why they're going to get, you know, more right than wrong. And they're not perfect. They're predicting what the markets are doing. Markets can be volatile. They will not get 100% right. But if they get 70, 80, whatever it is, as long as they're getting more right than wrong, then that's where we want to be.
Absolutely. And I think Linda mentioned that we get you know, the Ninja platform and also you know, the trading account that you'll open. They will, depending on which one it is, you will receive either 50,000 or 100,000 risk-free practice accounts. So I think that's really good because until you get everything set up right, you've got access to be able to use a demo account. So there's no way of you getting anything wrong to make sure you've got the signal set up right. You can actually use your monopoly money, as we call it. So only, and this is only when you're ready to trade with your own money that you do so. So this is fantastic. And then there are 2 levels of stop losses in place. I mean, that's obviously just to make sure that the signal, you receive the signal as you should, to make sure that it starts when you should and stops when it should. So that's fantastic.
I had a conversation with somebody in Vegas, Sharon, where they were just saying to me, well, you know, how do we know that the signals are good? And you just have to sometimes clear the way for them and simply say, well, look, you don't need to make a decision to start using your own capital within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You do the test period. You decide that maybe how long do you want to see and prove to yourself that the signals that you're getting both now in futures and Forex are as good as we say that they are. And of course,
we're suggesting 4 weeks.
There you go.
1 month, 1 month of using, you know, even if you are a trader, I mean, our system is a little bit different. Remember, our signal was custom made, and we have full-time programmers on staff. That's why this signal is so good. They're there all the time, checking and working behind the scenes for your signal. So we're suggesting 4 weeks. Plus, we have live support in the live room, so that we want everyone to become accustomed and comfortable with the system before they put the real money up.
Absolutely. My advice to everybody, Linda, that I'm actually introducing to the business is to say at least a month, at least 1 month. Live trading educational room. And this is, to me, this is what makes it unique, Lee and Linda. Live trading education room. So imagine you are learning while you're earning. So inside the live trading room, where you can attend, and they are trading 24 hours. I think it's around 20 hours a day at the moment, Linda, is that correct?
Yes,
Linda?
it is.
Yes?
We open up with, yes, it is. We open up with the New York market. We're going to go straight into, we're not going to look at the Tokyo market for now because the action is really in the UK market. So we're going to go full blast in the New York market and also in the London market.
Right, fantastic. So the IML's expert traders trading team, as Lee mentioned, we actually met them this weekend, and they are fantastic individuals, are made up of highly qualified professional traders. Currently covers the Forex and the futures markets up to 24 hours per day, 5 days a week. And what I like about this, I mean, IML are really stepping up the game. Soon this service will include specialty trading rooms to accommodate members of all skill levels, from novice to expert. So you imagine if you've been in the room for maybe 2-3 months and you feel that you don't want to go over the same thing all the time, you can actually step up into another room, and this will be great, especially for current traders that are joining the business, Linda and Lee. I think that's going to be a great selling point for everybody.
I think the great thing about that, Sharon, is that you're going to feel comfortable. You know, it can be intimidating getting into a room where you haven't got a clue what you're talking about. You're frightened to ask the question. As Joe and Louis, the traders, two of the traders, said this weekend, there is no such thing as a stupid question. So please don't worry about asking it. But you're then going to have different rooms as you progress and you start to understand more that you are then going to feel comfortable to move into. It really is a fantastic step-by-step process to take you through to really, you know, to getting to a point where you become a trader yourself. So it just depends what you want to get out of it, but it's all there for you.
Absolutely. And as we mentioned, you know, you feel that you're actually sat behind them, you know, sat to the side of them, and you're learning from them, because you are linked to the live trading rooms where you're able to look over the shoulders of the experts, and it's lifetime trading, and you get to ask the questions, you get the answers lifetime. So what more better can be than that? I think this is quite important, actually, Lee and Linda, for people to understand this. And this is where IML come in for me. This is where it changes the game. You know, a lot of people do say it's too much work to change careers, especially when you're getting older. You know, where would you ever begin? Well, for this IML, that, you know, you begin in your home where you have the time and you work at your own pace, and I love that saying, you earn while you learn. And this is where IML comes in and gives you that facility to be able to do so. Are you too old to change careers? Do you need to stay at home? You know, stay where you are? I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, Forex trading is for everyone, and futures. You can do it from anywhere in the world. And we love the saying, Linda, trading on a beach, don't we? And then you know, if you don't have enough skills to consider a new career, well, you don't need any. You know, we all learn at a different pace, and here you can determine your own pace, and you really can. You can actually take it in your own stride and learn in your own stride. This is fantastic. And then in this economy, people think maybe they're looking to have a job and they don't want to rock the boat. Well, this is great again, because while you're at your job, that is simple. We've just talked about the signal service. You set up a signal service, it takes 2 minutes a day. If you opt in for the VPS account, which I highly recommend, then you have the time to review all the archived daily videos that Christopher Terry does himself. So you can actually choose to watch these in your own time and actually be able to take part in learning or earning while you're learning. And this is very, very important for me. So in other words, this service suits everybody, absolutely everybody.
I mean, one thing that stands out from that, Sharon, is that, you know, people obviously have currently not everybody's retired or sitting at home or in a position to financially, you know, kick the job into touch,
Absolutely.
which is where we all would like to be. But just think about what Sharon's just mentioned to you there. I mean, you can set this up on a VPS, and we'll do it, as I said earlier on, we'll do a separate training on that. But that's a virtual private server where this signal is coming through to you consistently. You decide that once you've tested, as Linda indicated earlier on, the signals coming through, and you've run with your demo or practice account, both in Forex and futures, you move across to your own capital, your own money. And whilst you're out going about your daily job earning your money, you get back of an evening and you look at your day-by-day, week-by-week results. And you're doing exactly the same, but on autopilot. That's
Yes.
how strong this business is. It suits everybody.
It certainly does.
Linda.
Guys, I'm really excited to let you know that the VPS Christopher has negotiated big discount for the first month so that everybody could test it out. It's normally about $23 a month, and now you'll be paying under $6 for the first month. And it handles both Forex and futures, so that's a great thing.
Can we make that
Well,
link available to people when, as and when that is available, Linda?
I will get it as we're on the phone now.
Great, thank you.
fantastic. That is great because, we've spoken about this, Lee. Myself and Keith set up a VPS on the second day because you know, we chose to have that because you don't have to go in every day and set up your signal. So it's there forever. It's fantastic.
For those people that are not particularly technically minded on the call, a VPS is basically a private server somewhere in the cloud. And therefore, if your laptop dies or anything like that, or you get a power spike, etc., it doesn't affect the signals coming through. It's the connection, the signal is always live. And you can determine the bandwidth of that private server. It's very simple to set up, and the company that you choose, and the company I happen to know that Christopher has negotiated with on our behalf, it is very, very easy to set up. And anybody has any difficulties with that, there'll be training in your back office showing you exactly how that can be done.
Also, Lee, he went to the point that he had them set it up custom to the needs that we have. So when you sign on, you don't have a lot of things to do anymore. It's all done for you. They did the template according to what Christopher wanted. So
Yes,
it's really fast.
Oh, that's
that is
great.
fantastic, Linda. Because when we set up, I'll be straight with you. We actually paid $23, for the first month. So I actually can't believe Christopher's come out trumps again and enabled us to be able to get hold of this for less than $6 for the first month. It's fantastic. It really is. And let me tell you, VPS is the way to go because I think it's important that people can understand we've all got, internet for some people are a problem, are an issue.
Well, just put
And
it
with
in
this,
as a business expense. What you don't want to do is find out for
yeah,
whatever reason that your computer's shut down at the time where a great trade took place, or
yeah.
7 trades took place, and you've missed them all.
Oh,
You
you'd be
would be absolutely
devastated.
devastated. So this just keeps
Yes,
you online with that signal service continually. That's the way to go.
it is absolutely. And I know we've gone on about the VPS, but I think we're just trying to stress, Lee, how important the VPS is for everybody.
Yeah.
And there will be information on the website. And like Linda said, everything's been set up towards IML, so that's going to make things a lot easier for people. So the cost to get an education online, cost difference, traditional and distance learning. Most 3 credit hour courses online run from $700 to $900, a charge that's roughly comparable to the fees at most mid-range traditional schools. That means that a full online degree, including textbooks and other supplies needed, will probably require an investment of around $7,500 per semester, or about $30,000 in total. I mean, really, when you look at this, you think, wow. Certificate programs, even at a fairly high professional level, can cost less because they involve fewer courses. For example, a certificate in supervisory skills at Cornell e-learning, a top school, currently costs around $5,000. It requires 11 courses. So this is really for people to look at and say, if you chose to go and learn another trade, and this is what it will cost you. So you can see for yourself, these are the charges that is given online.
And I think you'll find, although this is very American based, it relates to anywhere in Europe. For those of you in Europe on the call, you do the conversions, to pay to go to uni. Look at the scenarios of people. I know we had a conversation with somebody last week who said they paid a ridiculous amount of money for nearly 2 years to take a course. And if only IML had been available 2 years ago, they wouldn't have done it. It was to do with finance, etc., etc. And what they would have done is come straight into this business, got to grips with the education and training platform, and saved themselves, that debt and a heap of money and time, most importantly, and would have been in the position to earn while they were doing it. And that's the big difference here.
It is, and we've mentioned the same again. You are earning while you're learning with IML. So our competition, well, for us, we know, Lee and Linda, there is none. Absolutely not. Advanced trading workshops, price average around $9,000. We know that these seminars take place, and I know that people have been to them. I've had conversations with many that have been to the workshops, and they have cost actually more than $9,000. So Blue Water Trading price is $5,000 and around around $200 a month for this system. And e-mini exchange alerts. I've had a conversation with somebody about this, which was quite distressing to listen to it, to be truthful, because exactly what it says, mini alerts. You have to attend your computer all the time. You have to wait for that email, and so you have to access a computer to be able to get on and be able to execute your trade. So again, they found this very, very stressful. And again, the cost of this is $1,400. But
Sharon,
it means
Sharon, I got a surprise.
Oh, go on. She's off again. She's always got
But we're gonna
surprises for
wait.
us,
But we're
Lee.
gonna wait till the end. So I just want
Oh,
everybody on the call to remember advanced trading workshops price $8,999.95. Remember
Let's park that to
right.
one side. She does that to us all the time.
Yeah,
that.
she's
I was in
always
Vegas
surprising.
for 5 days, and it was just Lee. I've got a surprise for you. So
Yes.
it's that's great. I mean, just keep that, and that's IML for you. It just keeps getting better and better. One
It
thing I wanted
does.
to say, Sharon, about this is that
Yes.
most of what is out there, and I stress most of what is out there,
Mm.
with the exception of E-mini at the end there, that you can spend a lot of money, a significant amount of money. Look at
Oh,
the figures
yes.
there on advanced training workshops for $9,000. The problem is, once you've left after your 2 days or 3 days, you're on your
That's it.
own. And let me tell you, having spoken to the traders at Vegas, there is no way in the world you can understand Forex or futures in 3 days. It cannot be done. It's
No
taken
way.
some of these guys 20 years to learn what they've learned, to be able to predict the markets in the way that they do, and they all do it differently, and then be confident to send a signal through to us. So there is nothing out there like IML.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. Okay, breakdown of our product costs. IML Trade Signal Service, $350 monthly. IML Forex Trade Signal Service, up to 3 to 4 weekly Forex. So $450 monthly charges. Futures, this is what it could be, or it should be. Futures Trade Signal Service, up to 3 to 4 trades daily futures. And IML Live Trading Education Service. Estimated value, purchased separately, this is, by the way, separately, of $397 per month. And then
I'm gonna jump
educational,
in, Sharon. I'm
yes,
gonna
go
jump
on.
in. I'm gonna jump in for a second. If you were to just do Forex alone, it's $350 monthly if you had a signal and no live room.
Yeah,
Christopher's 14-year-old product, which was futures, he was charging $399 a month. And
wow,
we looked up now, and the value now is about $450. So if you combine these two, it's $800 to get the signals. And once again, in IML, you've got both signals for the $247. You're going to have two separate signals for Forex and one for futures. The live trading education service is going to be much more in depth now because of the futures. And
mm-hmm.
again, if you would just do an education alone, it's $397. Right now, Christopher's off the grid because he's doing an incredible amount of videos. The video library in the back will be always increasing and being restocked. The ebooks are coming in. Right, they should have been here during Vegas, but it was too much to do, so they're bringing them in right now. And then
Mm-hmm.
the training webinars, I am very excited to announce one of my other little surprises. You will have scheduled straight learning webinars with Christopher, with Joe B, and with Lou. They're putting up their schedule now. Those learning webinars will be straight with them for an hour on different topics, going from Forex to futures. besides the learning in the learning room.
Is there
So
anything else that they can bring out, Linda? Because this is just
we got some stuff. You'll hear it
phenomenal.
soon.
You know, I mean, this is what we're trying to say. You know, this is what we're paying 247 for futures, Linda, and for the signal service and for the Forex. And there's no extra charge for this. It's just unbelievable. So estimated value, Linda, if you were going to purchase all this separately, would be around $2,000.
Just for the e-vault and the training, if you would just purchase everything separately on a monthly basis, you'd spend about $1,491.
Wow, it's unbelievable, and we're paying 247.
That's correct.
Wow.
Sharon, we can go shopping with the rest of the money.
Oh, sounds good to me, Linda.
On that
Sounds
note, I'm
absolutely
moving on
fantastic.
very quickly.
Yes, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
So, Ultimate Traders Package, you know, it's a one-time purchase of $1,400. So we've just spoken in the previous slide of exactly what it should be costing on a monthly basis. And yet, for the full purchase of the executive suite, it's $1,400. So in this, you get a trade signal service of Forex and the futures, live trading education service, Forex and futures, the video library. Linda's just mentioned that Chris is currently updating at the moment. 1 month of executive suite and monthly commitment as well, so you get your first month included in the $1,400. And library vault of ebooks and training webinars. Now, these training webinars, Linda again mentioned the traders coming on webinars, actually training us, Linda, for an hour each time. This is, to me, is phenomenal. It really is. Lee, what do you think of that?
This schedule will be put out in the next 24 hours to 48 hours. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And what you're going to find for everybody that is either looking at the business or is in the business is that this is going to continue to evolve and it's going to get better and better and better. There'll be more value added to it as time goes on. And, you know, this is just really the tip of the iceberg at the moment. We know some of the things that are coming further down the line. And the idea is to ease everybody into the trading side nice and gently at a nice pace, so everybody's getting comfortable with it, and then you'll see things that are quite extraordinary that will be brought into IML. But yeah, you know, when you look at the value,
what about the Spanish? Lee, we're going to have Spanish, right?
Yes.
We are, yeah. I mean, there's going to be all sorts of things that we're looking at the moment. I mean, I was going to hold back from some of them, but we're looking at iMarkets Live TV. We're looking at a Hispanic channel dedicated for the Hispanic market. And that is a huge market, especially where I am in the US. Frank, who I had the pleasure of meeting, who's recently been appointed to the Board of Advisors, will be running weekly webinars in Spanish. So, you know, that market is very important to me here in California, and Frank's kindly offered to assist me with putting on some road shows for that community here in California. So everything is being ticked, all the boxes that we need to. We're looking at ladies living on their own at home from a point of view of being able to cater specifically to that market. It's just going to keep rolling, and you'll see these announcements flowing out as in the forthcoming days and weeks.
But you know what it says to me, Lee and Linda, from here, is that you've got people who are trading currently, traders out there that are struggling to learn, are taking months and maybe two. I spoke to somebody the other day and they've been trying to learn this for 3 years. You know, they're very interested in the business, and this is the market that it's going to open up to current traders. To be able to get this facility is phenomenal.
Can I just make a note? The bottom line on this screen is really important for those of you that are in the business and for maybe people that are watching here for the first time, because there is a 7-day money back guarantee. Now, you need to understand that. So, you know, I refer to it as zero risk. And when I mean zero risk, you can come in, you can try this business. And let me tell you, there are no qualms about that or complications or, well, okay, maybe they say that, but they don't really mean it. I sat and heard Isis Stilatore, who runs the finances and the co-founder of this business, say quite clearly in Vegas that if somebody comes in 7 days and finds it's not for them, their money is given back to them, no questions asked. I promise you, you won't want your money back, but you need to understand that you can come and take a look at this business and make sure that it's right, make sure it's every bit as good as we're telling you that it is. with that 7-day money back guarantee in your pocket, so that if for any reason, somebody has exaggerated something and it isn't quite for you for whatever reason, then you know that you can have your money back. And it's really important that both the people in the business can emphasize that if they wish to, and certainly you here looking at it for the first time, understand that that's a commitment from us.
Absolutely.
There's a flag I haven't seen in a while. And
This
Sharon,
is my flag.
I was looking at that building on the left. Before I left the UK nearly 2 years ago, that building had a large crane on the top and they were still lifting the glass in place. So shows you how long I've been away. There's now lights on inside it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's what a great sight.
Sorry, we heard Linda saying that they're doing a lot. The traders are doing a lot with the UK. So UK, it's very important, the UK.
Well, it is very important. And well, I know, but they know it's important. I mean, look at the members and what a phenomenal job that the UK team are doing.
Sharon, you're there.
I am. I'm here. I love it.
Guys, another announcement. We're on our way to the UK. IML is officially going to be in the UK the first week of December.
Oh, can you hear this, people?
Well, I did break that news to my wife just as we're due to be going on vacation mid-December, and she said, "Oh, you can't be going to the UK in December." So I've just been told that I am by Linda. So that's it. Well, looking forward to that trip, and I understand Christopher's coming. Let's tackle with what we've got in front of us, because there's been some changes.
May I interject right now?
If you keep interjecting, I won't be able to cope with this anymore.
I just want to interject something, and I'm sorry, Lee, but I just want everybody to know that all the board of advisors were handpicked. They were very, very special people. They weren't picked, everybody. Please understand this, according to how many people they could sponsor. They were selected according to their mindset. I am in awe of everybody that is on the board. I am on the board also. And it's about everybody that has the same mindset about clearing the path for success. So you're speaking to 3 people right now that are on the board. We all have the same mindset, and so does everybody else. And they're on this call because I see their names. It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this 25 years, where it doesn't make a difference what line you are. It doesn't make a difference who you are. The board of advisors is here to be your voice, to support you, and to bring your ideas back to corporate. They are so open-minded that they listen to every single idea. So for that, I applaud Lee, and I applaud Sharon and the rest of the board. You've never had a group of people that I've ever worked with before that absolutely is here for the right reason. We sat in a room and we had lunch together the last day, and for 5 hours it was only about how can we make this better for everybody. And I just want to say thank you so much to both of you. It's my honor and my pleasure to be working alongside of somebody of the level and the caliber that both of you are.
Oh,
well, we feel the same, Linda, and thank you for those kind words.
Yes, thank you.
It's a good. I have to say, guys. I mean, I echo what Linda said. I mean, I've been in business development for nearly 25 years, both on and offline, and to be part of this movement, this group of people, it really is inspiring. It's really given me a kick up the backside, because I think we all get a little bit stale from time to time, and this is so refreshing, to work within a company that cares in the way that this company does for everybody. Chris's vision is to give everybody where he is at now, to get them into that position, financial and time freedom, and that is the one goal.
Absolutely. So maybe I'd give you a kick up the backside, Lee.
Well, yeah, you do that every day, Sharon, I can assure you.
Okay, let's get on.
Right, UK, there's some changes. So please listen up. If you're in the UK, this is really, really important for you to understand. As of with immediate effect, and this is purely, please do not think this is an issue with IML. This is UK compliance. We have some wonderful, wonderful rules and regulations in the UK, and this is unfortunately one of them. But when you enter the program and you're based in the UK, you initially can only purchase the Ultimate Traders Package. That is, you purchase the retail side of the business, the trading platform, at $1,400. There is a 14-day money back guarantee. Let me emphasize that. I've just said 7 days for the rest of the world. In the UK, there is a 14-day money back guarantee. Use that to your advantage. Somebody has 14 days to look at the business in the UK. So just think about that. Once the 14 days have expired, it's referred to as a cooling off period or a contractual period. It is law in the UK. You then have the option to sign as an associate. Now, my advice is that it shouldn't be an option. Of course it is, but everybody should be looking to join at $14.97. That gives you access to both the trading element of the business and the people sharing networking side. And we're coming on to at the moment because there's a whole lot that's been added to that as well. So $1,400 goes to the Ultimate Traders package, the trading platform. And then after 14 days, on the 15th day, you must diary note yourself as a sponsor to contact the new member 15 days from the day they join. It's your responsibility to do that. Don't leave it to them. Make sure you give them a call and say, today's the day. We're going to sign you as the associate, and then bring your other people in with you that they've been working on for those 14 days. So,
and Lee, I'd just like to mention for everybody that there is 30 days maximum for everybody to be able to upgrade as an associate.
Sharon,
Is that wrong?
that's another surprise. Yeah, we took it off. There's no time limit. Anybody
Oh,
can
thank
upgrade
goodness.
anytime they want. We took it off.
Thank goodness. Oh, I'm so
So you
pleased
can
about
upgrade
that.
anytime you want, but obviously the sooner the better, the higher in the matrix you'll be.
Well, of course, and that makes a
when
big
you start to
difference.
look at the compensation plan we're coming on to right now and the changes that have been made, nobody would not want to be. And I've spoken to a couple of traders this morning who are coming into IML and explaining why they would want to be an associate, enjoying the benefits that come from that, both financially and with the marketing systems and so on. So hopefully that's clear. Don't be alarmed, because once it starts rolling, it's just a 2-week, 14-day stacking process. So you just get through the first 2 weeks. So, and if that started today with new people joining today, and you do it tomorrow, you'll find 14 days down the line, you're in no different place at all. So that is unique to the UK. Please understand that. That is not for anywhere else in Europe. Unfortunately, we have some legislation in the UK that simply means that this has to take place. And I'm delighted to see, because I know a couple of other companies that I have worked within that do not have that requirement in at the moment. And in my opinion, that is wholly wrong. You can start to see IML wish to be compliant wherever they are trading around the world. And that's why this has been brought in.
Yeah, we'll get used to it. It's no problem.
Okay, so let's start kicking into the networking side. Conscious of time, so we're going to rattle through, but in a comprehensible way. Numbers don't lie. If you look at the industries that are out there, vitamins and fruit juices and beauty, and you add all three of those industries in the MLM world together, and look at the volumes of sales, their yearly sales together do not add up to one day of Forex trading. So which industry would you prefer to be in? Now, as we've said, to become an independent associate now, this is nothing to do with the retail and the trading platform. It's a $97 non-commissionable annual renewable fee. Okay, so $97 a year. And what do you get? Well, first of all, let's run through these. When you become an independent associate, you'll receive a welcome package. And you'll receive a welcome package, and that in the UK will be after the 14 days, obviously, because somebody doesn't become an associate till day 15. So do bear that in mind. Don't tell them they'll have their welcome pack in the first week. They're not an associate until day 15, and then it's got to be posted to them. That welcome package is fantastic. I've got one. It really is superb. The value to it is probably $125. You've got a messenger bag, you've got a baseball cap, there's an embossed leather notepad, which is great. There's a welcome DVD from the company and a logoed folder. That is part and parcel of your $97. You also get your own fully replicated website. There is a new face to the website. The website's going to continue changing. For any of you logged on in the last couple of days, which I hope is most of you, you'll see that the homepage has changed. Very contemporary, refreshing. It's going to get better and better. But the first site was only done really to take us through to the launch. And this is one of the other things that I have to love about this company. When they say they're going to do it and do it at a certain date, it's done. The site was due to go live at midnight on the global launch of the last day that we had in Vegas, and bang on time, the site was up. The value of that, your own version of that, you get your replicating address that you can give out to people, has a value. What is it for your own website? $240. I think it's worth more than that. Now, the marketing suite. This is new to a lot of you, so please listen carefully. There are now going to be, and we're going to take a look at them in detail, they're going to be, or is going to be, a complete marketing system to help you grow your business. Very, very easy. Don't worry about having to learn a phenomenal amount. It's simply going into your back office, clicking on a button, putting in some detail, and activating it. And the rest will take care of itself. Now, what is included? Well, you've got lead capture page. Now, there isn't at the moment, but there will be 10 pre-built, optimized squeeze pages, and we'll take a look at some of those in a moment. Designed by top-notch graphic designers. And there will be a whole host you'll find of emails, which will be automatically sent, and those have been written by expert copywriters. So you can choose the appropriate, or will be able to choose the appropriate squeeze pages to target your specific market. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, if you want to target ladies at home, and you can get data and you can start to market in certain places, place adverts for iMarkets Live in target areas. So maybe it's ladies at home, maybe it is traders, maybe it's people who are looking for an online business opportunity. There will be squeeze pages available that will be targeting specifically those individuals or prospects. There will be video introduction of iMarkets Live and a video explanation of all their products. There are professionally designed banners, graphical banners to place on websites around the world for you to use for your own marketing efforts, and printable collateral. So from business cards right the way through to handout cards, etc. It's all available. And there is now going to be a new store that we'll give to you the links of, that you can go in and start to order any of those materials. And my suggestion is that you get together as a group, especially if you're in another country other than the US, and work out who wants business cards. They are fantastic. The quality of what Ryan has put together is outstanding. Phenomenally well priced. They're at wholesale prices and not retail. And you've got everything that you need to start promoting this business. And again, it's all ready. It's there. You just now go in, click in the store, and order it. The IML qualifier system. Well, this is phenomenally clever. My background is these sort of systems, but it's going to enable you that when people actually click on your squeeze page, put their name and email address in, it'll give you some information. It'll ask them what interests them in IML, what's going to change their life for them, what are they trying to get out of. So when that inquiry comes through to you in the form of an email, you've got a lot of information about that client as to what they want to change in their life, so that you're only focusing on obviously people that are highly interested in the business. Now, the autoresponder, as I've said, rather than you having to send out umpteen emails, there are going to be a series of emails sent out on your behalf. Specifically, the minute somebody puts their name and email into the system, and we'll see that in a second, that triggers the emails to be sent. And there can be multiple campaigns running simultaneously. Now, as I said, they're professionally written. They're easily to sift through to sort out your good prospects from the tire kickers, as we say, and you can handle hundreds of those prospects at the same time. So let's take a look at some of the pages.
Lee,
Linda.
there's something happening now where right now when you go onto this page, and it's a sample splash page and it's got a video, Tag is actually designing a money quiz, which would wake us all up. If you were to take a quiz now on your finances and you're going to fail, it's going to say failed across it, and then it's going to really wake up that person after they take this money quiz that they're really not situated properly to retire. So there's going to be a lot of splitting of campaigns and working of campaigns. I just want to tell everybody on this call, I did a test run with Tag just before Las Vegas, and he gave me 35 opt-in names, of which I called 5, and all 5 were interested in talking to me. Not one of them hung up. Everybody wanted to hear more. They wanted to know the webinar. They wanted to know what's going on. Sharon, you okay?
Sounds like Sharon's just fallen off of her
Yeah,
chair.
you know, I'm really listening to this because
So
fantastic.
having other types of campaigns going on, and it is a total of 16 emails. 8 are for the general and 8 are for traders only, and they're putting on an additional round now. And also I'm going to let you know that the next round of this, which is going to keep getting better every single day, is SMS. It's going to be added on very soon.
Wow.
SMS is the text service, so you're going to be having text sent out to people that have put their details in. So you're then going to be able to follow that through via text messaging as well as emails.
And we're also going to have our own app.
Oh.
She keeps coming. Just honestly,
She keeps
it's
coming.
like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
More and more.
It's all the time, Lee.
I know, but that's what it needs to be. It needs to be a company that's not happy with where we're at. It's got to continue to improve. I think it's outstanding. Here's a second splash page.
Lee, you did something in Vegas that really rocked my world for me, in the sense that you asked Christopher in front of the board of advisors how deep is he ready to take compliance? Is he willing to really take it to the end so that nobody could knock our name or do anything that we're not, that we don't want? And his answer to you made me feel even better that I was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's very, very important to me. I know what the internet can be. It can be a phenomenal place to market your business, but it can also be a very harsh and unfair world in people who can write what they want to write about a company with no consequence. I don't believe that should happen. People are entitled to an opinion, of course they are. But what I don't want to see under any circumstances, and I've seen it in other companies, is derogatory and deflammatory remarks that can undermine a business. And let me reassure everybody on the call that Christopher is way ahead of the game. They thought this through long and hard before IML came to town, and they have the very best lawyers ready to take whatever action is necessary to protect this business. And that's something that a lot of companies have failed to do and then regretted it massively further down the line. And I was delighted to hear that people will be accountable to what they write.
He's one step ahead. I agree
Yeah,
with you.
which is great.
There.
So you can see splash pages here. This is targeted very much at the ladies' market. It's there's a real science to this. You need to understand, and I love it. I love these sort of strategies. But what we don't have is all the answers. We continue to test and test daily. Do we get more opt-ins from this page as opposed to maybe if we put a pair of glasses on that lady sitting in front of her computer? It's amazing. Just a pair of glasses can make a difference to the opt-in rate. There are little strategies like that, and you have to test and then ditch the one that wasn't working as well. So you just continually improve and improve and improve. And the main result that you are looking for out there is to ensure that you've got lots of people that will be coming to ask more questions. It's all about tell me more. So when they put their name and email address in, it goes through to a welcome page with a lovely video presentation explaining about the business. So contemporary. It's fantastic. And then from there, they say, look, please tell me more. They have to put in a little bit of detail about themselves and what they want to change in their life, what's important to them, and that email comes through to you. So you've got a whole load of information before you pick up the telephone and speak to that person. And as Linda's just said, when they're expecting your call, they're telling you their information, what is wrong in their life at the moment. It's not a cold call. This is somebody that's asking you to contact them, please. So when you get that, please make sure you do it. What an incredible waste it would be for somebody who wants to join the business and you actually don't get hold of them. And there's no excuse with time zones now. You can use Skype. It's a free call. And if you're not sure how to do that, just speak to your inviter or sponsor. And if for whatever reason they're not available, go to the next person above them. So we've kind of covered most of this, but things to, I think, emphasize with here is there's live personal staff assisting with the growth of your team. What you're going to find is that on day one, within 24 hours of somebody becoming an associate, they'll receive a call from corporate, from somebody just asking and welcoming them to the business and making sure that they're okay and they haven't got any immediate questions. There'll be another 2 calls following that to ensure that they've got into their back office and they understand where everything is and that they've been able to set up their signaling service. And if not, they'll help them with doing that. That's the sort of support we need. And that is already in place. Live training webinars, and marketing materials we've already covered. And as it says at the top, the value for that is priceless. It really is. So let's talk about the money. Conscious that we're an hour in, so I'm going to get through this, but this is really important. So stay with us, guys, because we've got some really important things to announce right at the end of this call. So I don't want you to miss that, and we'll get through this as quickly as we can for you, but it's really important that you do understand this. So what are the changes that happened at Vegas? Okay, well, one of the changes now, it's 7%, 8 levels deep. So if you can imagine yourself at the top here on the matrix, and you obviously have people that appear underneath you, either from your own efforts, your team around you and above you. And as people appear, quite simply, you're entitled to be paid 7% down to 8 levels, and on the levels that you're qualified to be paid from, and we'll look at those in a moment. That's 7% of the monthly subscription. So if you do the maths, $247 of the monthly subscription, you will receive 7% of everybody that is below you in your matrix, providing you're qualified to receive that from them on those levels, and we'll touch on that now. And it's 8 levels deep with a 1% bonus on level 9. Now, if that doesn't mean a lot to you, just bear with us. We'll get to that and be able to clarify. Now, one thing I want you to take note of, which was announced and launched in Vegas, is the rankings now are really important. What do I mean? Well, refer 2 people to the Ultimate Traders package, and your title is Manager. That unlocks levels 1 to 4. So we just looked at this slide before, where we said that you get paid 7%. You would now receive, by referring just 2 people, and who go on and purchase the membership, the executive trading package, you'll receive 7% down 4 levels from everybody that is below you on those 4 levels. And if you refer 6, you then are ranked as a team director. These are going to be really important. And levels 1 to 6 are now unlocked. 2 further levels. Refer 9 and you're a regional director with an extra level unlocked. And if you want to work out the numbers on the levels, I'll leave you to do the maths, but it works in multiples or factors of 3. You can see it in front of you with the people here: 1, 3, 9, 27, 81, and so on. So those are the numbers that you can do the maths on and calculate what your residual income could be once the matrix becomes filled. Refer 12 and you're a national director. So just think about the stepping stones from referring 2 to then getting 4 more and 6. Add 3 and you're at 9, 3 more at 12. And that gives you an extra level. As a national director, you've now unlocked level 8 for your residual monthly income. Refer 15 and you're an international director and you get level 9 as a bonus. And if you do the maths on level 9, 1%, it is a staggering amount of money once those people appear in the matrix that you get as a bonus. So here it is on a grid. Left-hand side, the levels. Middle is the positions and the bonus down the right. And you can start to see there are the numbers for you. If you want to do the maths, 3 and so on down the line, you can see the number of people that could be placed in that matrix by you. And as it says on the right, it's a 3 by 8 matrix, left to right, top to bottom. Your matrix fills from the combined efforts of you, your inviters, your team, and the company. And we'll come on to that right at the end, so don't go away. That bit is really important. Please note, corporate marketing campaigns will produce new personal sponsorships for active associates. So the retail customer matrix, what's the difference? What separates the retail side from the matrix? Well, we have already covered, and if you've joined us, then I'm sorry you may have missed some of it, but let me just quickly recap. You can join as a retail customer, $1,400 to use the executive trading platform. You would not appear in the matrix at all. It would count to you, the sponsor of that individual, within your volume for the month, but they will not appear in the matrix. If you then upgraded and became an associate, of course, for $97, i.e. a total of $1,497, you're in the matrix and you get all the benefits that go with that. So do be clear that there are two options. And my advice, and it's only my advice, is that it's much better to have somebody come into the business and do both, because you're missing a huge opportunity. Even if you just tell two other people about this business over some period of time, for the difference of $97, it just doesn't make sense not to, in my opinion. So you're going to have to open your ears up here, Sharon. We love this, don't we? This is the new retail bonus as launched in Las Vegas. So please just try and understand this, and please ask any questions at the end if you don't. So the numbers at the top, how do we break that down? Well, the $1,400 membership, forget the $97 associate fee. The $1,400 membership includes the $247 first month subscription. So we take that out, and that leaves us with $1,153. Now, you will receive, let's say your name is John and you refer Peter to the business, who becomes and decides he wishes to join and purchase the membership package and the trading bundle. You will receive 30% of that $1,153. That's $345.90. But then if Peter goes on and refers Mike himself, you'll still get a further 10%. And if Mike refers Simon, you're now going to get 5% of Simon's membership. And if Simon refers Tim, you'll get another 5%. So it runs on 4 levels. And now you can start to see the purpose in taking ownership and support and training your guys to do what you do, and to ensure that everybody is using this new marketing system. Because I can tell you one thing, if everybody did the same thing and everybody was using the marketing system, then this business would simply explode. Hundreds and thousands of people would join, and you can see that you're getting paid on 4 levels. And that's just the second bonus. We've covered the matrix and the 7%. We're now looking at the second way that you receive income from people sharing. So we'll take any questions on that right at the end. Sharon.
Yeah, I mean, looking at what you've just been talking about, Lee, it is just unbelievable. 1 to level 4. It just never ends really with IML for me. Well, $2 million promotion. I love this. This has been running since August the 1st. And for me, the first 400, it doesn't really matter whether you've just joined the business today. It doesn't matter if you joined it in August. For me, the first 400 people that refer 20 people will receive $5,000 on December the 1st. So Christopher Terry is giving again. He's looking after his first time associates for me, really pushing the boundaries and helping everybody achieve. Because $5,000 just for Christmas sounds a great amount. And not only that, you can use your $5,000 to put in your trading account, which would be fantastic. So perfect time for Christmas for me.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it's a game changer, Sharon. I mean, this promotion was running ahead of Vegas, but what I can tell you has changed here, it's changed everything, is that the marketing system that you will see, and we're going to talk about that right at the end, suddenly levels the playing field for everybody. Whether you've got a large network of people or a database of people, whether you've got a large family and friends you can talk to, or whether you're new to this completely, you've now got something that you can simply switch on and take action with. And if you don't know what that means, we'll happily help you with that. But quite simply, you've got a funnel, a system to present this business to. And when you see it, you're just going to go into your back office, You're going to hit one button, turn it on, watch it, and you're suddenly going to say to yourself, if everybody that if I can get as many people to see that as I possibly can, and I love what I'm seeing here, why wouldn't they? And suddenly this challenge here, and it is a challenge, by November the 1st, you've got to get 20 people. What you need to do on Monday is switch your marketing system on and then decide how many people you'd like to see it. And we will help you with that. Either corporate, there's many ways of being able to help you with that. Talk to your sponsor, but there will be packages available for you. Linda.
Lee, today and yesterday, we've done 1 to 2 3-hour trainings getting ready for Monday. We're calling it Momo Monday because everything's being turned on this Monday, and I will be here today, tomorrow, all the way to Sunday, conducting meetings and doing, we did Gmail accounts, we did banners, we did so much with your team, Sharon, Lee's team, and other teams.
I know.
And I will be here because I think the right thing to do is to be organized and ready to hit the ground running on Monday. So I will be here all weekend long conducting those meetings and those trainings.
Thank you, Linda.
It is, yeah. I mean, Linda's putting herself there for our new members to be able to get into the training, to be able to set them up for successfully.
Yeah, and I will say, and please don't take this the wrong way, it's down to you guys. Everybody's giving their time up through these next 4 or 5 days. We'll talk about Saturday in a moment, but the weekends are gone to make sure that you are ready for Monday. Monday is a huge day in this business, and as I say, with what you have on screen here, every single one of you that is on this call, and there's a lot of you here, can achieve this $5,000 bonus if you get things right from Monday. Now, some of you will achieve it irrespective. We've got some phenomenal results coming in from people that have already done it. What I'm saying is that it is a game changer. It's a level playing field. Every single one of you can hit that number when you see what is going to be shown to you on Monday. So please don't think, oh, well, that's just for the elite or people who understand it. That is for everybody.
Absolutely. Everybody.
Chris might have a problem.
Yeah. I think he'll be paying the
thousands of people. I know. I mean, what a lovely problem to have.
Yes.
So let's move on.
Okay, so again, we're talking about the $2 million challenge, but now this, to me, Lee and Linda, has changed the playing field completely. He's actually put a rank bonus on. Now, you might be thinking, well, what does that mean? Every $50 from every sale that's made, it goes into a leader pool. And this bonus will be paid monthly. So this will be available till December the 31st. Now, October the 1st, it will start, and it's a rank bonus. So Lee mentioned earlier on, it's very important for you to look at opening up your matrix with 2 people for manager. For 6, team director, 9, regional, 12, national, 15, international. Now, look what's going to happen here. Managers are going to receive 50% of the bonus pool. Team director, if you are both, you'll receive both. Regional the same, 10, national 10, and international 20%. This might not look a lot for you now, but when I show you the next slide, I'll explain to you exactly how this works.
Sharon, this was designed that the manager get the most of it because of the fact that this particular bonus was designed for everyone to help pay their monthly. But more so than anything, when you're up in the regional director and above, you're going to receive money and you're making money. The bulk of the money was brought into the lower level or the lower rank so that the person who just started is going to receive a push and a help immediately.
It's to me, it's unbelievable. Let's say there are 1,000 sales ultimate packages sold in the month of October, which I totally believe that it'll be very close to that, or if not more. And you follow the 20 to 80% rule. So 1,000 sales times $50 equals 50,000. So stay with me. 50% is 25,000 divided by 200. It's manager. You would receive $125. So if there was 200 managers created, $125. Now we've heard about the monthlies being 247. Look at the immediate help that you're getting to pay you your monthly immediately. Then we talked about the next level, team director, 10%. So again, there's no need for me to explain. You can all read that. So you would receive 125 for a manager. And then if you referred 6, you would become team director. You would receive another $67. So that's in total of around $192. That's if we sell around 1,000 in October. Again, 10%, 550 associates, regional director. I won't go into that really. You can all read it. Manager, you will then receive manager 125. You will receive team director 67, and you'll receive. I've just missed that, Lee. It's gone up for me.
That's all right. So I've gone back.
It's all right. It's all right, darling. And regional director is 100. So imagine if you referred 9 people, you will receive. This is separate. Remember, this is separate. An extra $292. That is more. This is from the bonus pool itself. So the way I look at this, Lee and Linda, quote me if I'm wrong, every part of us in the company are all working together to build that bonus pool, aren't we?
Yeah, I think together. That what amazes me is, first of all, the focus that you saw. Let me just go back to the previous slide. The focus here, as Linda came on and said, has been to help the person starting, to make sure that if they can get their 2 people in, you're going to get, assuming that there's 1,000 people in and so on. And I think you're right, Sharon. I think it's going to be more than that. But, you know, the figures work out at 100.
But it was also, luckily, it's done in the 20/80 rule. Only 20% of the people achieve.
Correct.
So that's even important.
Yeah, I mean, that's assuming that only 20% get 2, as Linda's just said. So if 50% get 2, all these numbers change for the better. But you're looking at half your monthly commitment. So, you know, that's where the focus has been. And when you start to get through this, I mean, you get to a point where you're not just getting, if you're a manager, you only get manager. And if you're a team director, i.e. you bought 6 in, you just get the team directors. They're paying you the previous one as well. So
yes.
the idea is to try and help you focus on small steps. You get 2, then you get 6, then you get 9. But every step that you push yourself on to do, you're getting more and more from this leadership pool every month. And this is the 3rd form of payment. We've talked about the fast start bonus, where you're getting now paid on 4 levels, 30%, 10, 10, and 5. Sorry, 30%, 10, 5, 5. So in addition to that, you're getting paid 7% on the matrix. Everybody's beneath you. When you get up, as Sharon's going to go through this slide, I mean, look at where you're at when you become an international director, having referred 15.
Lee, that's you and me.
It is indeed.
So it's very exciting. But hang on a minute, there are many people
well done,
coming
Sharon.
up to that.
Am I chopped
Hang on,
liver?
Linda.
I'm not chopped liver. I'm an
And you-
international director.
Oh,
now you're in trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry, Linda. No, Linda's.
It's
I just
easy,
look
yeah.
at Linda. She seems like way up there for us, but she's in the field. Let me tell you, Linda Helen works harder than most people. That's why she's successful. There's a clue there, by the way, isn't there, Lee?
Go on.
There's a clue why she's so successful.
Oh,
how
yeah,
hard she works.
absolutely.
We know.
Yeah, it is.
So
I mean,
that tells you something.
Let's be honest. You've got to go out of your way to do this. But we've got some stories, and I don't want to dwell on things. But people are doing this old-fashioned way, picking up the telephone. Jeff Bishop's on the call here. I've seen him this evening.
Hi, Jeff.
Retired gentleman in the UK who did 6 people in 7 days by picking up the telephone and talking to them. We've got other people, John Smith, who has done 17 in 7 days. Because he's just gone out of his way to show people the business. So it can be what you want it to be. And as I said, you've now got the tools to do it. If you're not comfortable in talking to people, then use the marketing system to do it. There's nothing to stop you achieving international director status. It's only 15 people.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lee. Absolutely. So there we have it. If you know, every level that you're reaching up to, you're going to receive a bonus. So it's well worth going out there. And, you know, from Monday onwards, you need to, well, from now, you need to really move with this, I think.
Well, the great thing about this is you've got a
Forward.
reason to push yourself to the next level. It's not the fact that you're going to get some more
Yeah.
people below you in your matrix. It's now the fact that you're going to get a slice of the pie from this leadership pool. And as Linda said, what if
Yes.
50% of people come in and do it? These figures are going to get bigger and bigger. So these are just an estimate of what it could be, but these numbers could be way off. I mean, they could be. I mean, if $500 or $2,500 is not enough on top of everything else per month. So there we are.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Look at this. Sail with us on a 5-night cruise, including the airfare in February. So, Linda, hang on. We've just been away to Vegas. We've had the launch. Everybody who's in Vegas will vouch with me that, as you know, Lee, it was first class, wasn't it?
It was extraordinary. I mean, I've never been to. I've been to a lot of them. I've never been to an event that was like it. The food was just first class,
Yeah.
open
And a free
bar, and
bar.
it was just
The
every night.
bar.
Every night. Yeah.
It was phenomenal. And yet they're already thinking ahead. So this is in October, November, December. So this hasn't even started really yet for anybody that's coming in the business, looking at business now. Do you want to go on a cruise in February? That's what I'm going to ask people. Do you want to go? Because if you want to go, you can go.
It includes your guests. So they're going to fly you and a guest to the cruise and pay for your room. And the room is an outside cabin. It's actually a mini suite that's even bigger than normal. And it's going to Mexico.
Oh, for
It
goodness
flies
sake.
out of Florida.
Well, we are going to Mexico, Lee.
Well,
And
I'm
Linda.
definitely going. I mean, I came
I'm
back.
definitely
My,
going.
my priority was number one of how am I going to do it? What have I got to
Yeah.
do? And I've set a map out to do it. So anybody that obviously would like to find out, I'll happily share that with everybody on the way to build this and to qualify. Let's take a look at the slide, Sharon.
Yes. Let's see what we need to do. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is what you need to do.
Have you got the slide?
Wow.
Okay.
Yes, I have. Okay. Now, this to me is so achievable. I think, Linda and Lee, it ties in very well with the $5,000 bonus. You need 3 international directors, and that has to be 1 personally sponsored in your team. Now, remember, only 1 of them has to be your direct. If they're in your matrix up to level 8, they can actually sit there and they will be part of your qualification. 4 national directors in your team up to level 8, only 2 of these have to be personally sponsored by yourself. 6 regional directors, only 3 personally sponsored by yourself. And 10 team directors, 4 personally sponsored by yourself. And 15 managers. As we know, managers is referring to, only 10 of these need to be personally sponsored by yourself. Have you got anything else to say about that for the bone to qualify for this, Lee? What do you think of that, Linda?
Sharon, but I'm going to tell you how this was built. This was built that if you took Lee, what Lee does qualifies for you, Sharon, and what you do, Sharon, qualifies for me. It was built on a team effort.
Wow.
So therefore, Sharon, it's in your best interest now to go as far down as you can go and make sure you have 15 managers so people way below you are getting help. It was built on the rank bonus also. It was built so that we're building up so that, if you go and you get your 20 and they're all your personals, you help them achieve the different levels, then you go to the rank bonus and they're making money on the rank bonus monthly, so they're going to achieve that. Now they're going to come here and they're going to push this. Lee, what you did yesterday, we actually took it and sent it over to the graphic artist to build it, so we can put it live on the site for you.
Good. Well,
that's
that will help everybody. I mean, it's just a focus of, don't be daunted by this in front of you. You take it in small bite-sized pieces. When you see what's available on Monday, as I said, you're going to be amazed. And once you turn that on and do something with it, the numbers will start coming in on top of the effort that you're making yourself personally. And as Sharon made this point really well in Vegas, in that what you do is focus on getting 20 people. Don't worry about who they are. And from those 20, some will start to step up and bring larger numbers in. You just don't know who's going to come into your team. And when they do, they'll
Correct.
naturally start to fill those positions for you. And let me tell you, I mean, I've got a very large downline, and I've already got my 3 international directors. That's from people just getting on and doing what I'm doing daily. So it isn't difficult. All you've got to do is take action, decide that you want to do it, and we will help
Correct.
you with the rest.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I
Okay.
have a feeling that Linda might like to join us.
Oh, wow. What's this, Linda? What is this now? Beach. I
Here's
see
your surprise,
beach.
ladies and gentlemen. Trading on the beach. This last theme of the convention was to bury broke, and we certainly did. I thought it was going to be a funny night. It ended up being a very emotional night for everybody. I turned around and saw tears everywhere, and everybody felt very free after that. So, ladies and gentlemen, our next cruise, we're going to live the lifestyle that we all dreamed of. So the next event, the next conference is in March, and the theme is trading on the beach. You will
Oh,
have your webinar on the beach. You will have your conference on the beach. So everybody just start to get ready. There's going to be a lot of different things this time. There'll be a 2-day advance webinar where it's a straight heavy-duty Forex and futures and masters being flown in from all over the world. That's a separate training on Wednesday and Thursday, and then the event starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will give you ways when we finally announce the location, ways for you to earn your ticket, meaning your ticket into the event so that it doesn't come out of your pocket. It's going to be a major event, and we're expecting at least 1,000 people at this event. So we're
good
looking
grief.
right now for a hotel, and I found it, but I'm not going to let you know where it is yet. But it's on the beach, pina colada, suntan lotion, and blue waters.
Oh, do you know, I just
So
thought of
Lee,
something.
Sharon, I think you need to stay packed because you're going to come home from your
Yeah.
cruise, and 2 weeks later you're back out to the well, I'm not going to tell you where you're back out.
That almost slipped out.
I always slipped out. Yeah. Hang
But
on. So we sorry, Linda, I have to say this. We're going away on a cruise. Well, we're all going to try and get that cruise, guys. You know,
Sharon,
I'm going for
I
it.
upped the rooms today on the cruise. That's how confident we are. I upped the amount of rooms that we booked on that cruise.
Well, I know, Linda, I know many of my team and Lee's team and other teams have told me I'm going on the cruise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
And
know, they've all said it. I'm going on it.
Yeah, but then it's gonna be if the cruise is on the 22nd, you come home on the 28th, I think it is,
Mm.
and then 2 weeks later you're back out.
Oh, wow.
The whole company's back out. We're
Oh,
gonna live a lifestyle that we dreamed of. I mean, traveling is something that we all want to do, and it looks like instead of every 6 months, we're looking for every quarter to do something spectacular.
oh.
it's what we talk about day in day out. We all preach now this laptop lifestyle of being able to have
Mm.
time and financial freedom and running this business from anywhere in the world. And Linda's taken that to heart with Christopher and just said, okay, what have we preached? Right, so let's take the laptops to the beach. Let's do it exactly that and show the world that that's what we're doing. I mean, that just says everything.
It
So
does.
yeah, outstanding. I can't believe it as 2 days, 3 days after. Well, some of us only got back yesterday from Vegas,
Oh,
and we're already talking about the next event. That's the pace that IML are moving at, and the effort that the likes of Linda are putting in. Thank you, Linda. I mean, that's outstanding.
yes.
And again,
Thank you
we
very
we
much.
know what we've got to focus on. Right. Let's first of all, I want to tell you about Monday first of all because we've got a lot of questions to pick up. But let's tell you what's going on Monday. First of all, the futures market is
Lee,
launched. Linda.
I just want to add one more thing because I think it's so important. I know it's not important to UK, but it is to us in the United States. With dignity and honor to get it back again for all of us in the US that are having such a hard time with medical. Christopher made a commitment to all of us. By the first quarter, he will solve the problem that we will be able to have a group or a company medical. And there might, I'm not saying, there might be a bonus that's included in it, but at least we will be able to purchase at a group rate a good medical. And for me, that is part of a lifestyle that I need. I don't know about anybody else, but in today's place, not having medical or having medical and having pre-existing conditions is very, very crucial. And he will make it his business to help us deal with that situation in the US.
You know, I sat with Christopher and had a chat with him for half an hour or so on one evening in Vegas, and you know, his it just gives you some understanding, and I think it's important to convey this that Linda has I think I can freely say, Linda, because you announced it there, has lost a medical cover because of a pre-existing condition, and Christopher just said that's unacceptable. It's totally unacceptable, and it won't happen, and it won't continue, and I will find a way to put it right. And of course, that's opened out to now looking at some form of group opportunity. So there's a man that genuinely cares about people, and this is why he's here in the first place. Thank you, Linda, for that. Monday, let's talk to you about Monday, a huge day in IML. First of all, the futures market is being opened up. So for the first time, as we've said, you're going to be in a position, as well as Forex, to have two platforms, two signals, and start and commence trading on both markets, either with your practice account or not. So what you want to be doing is making sure that you clear your decks on Monday, Tuesday, no later than Tuesday. The important thing is you've got to know how to do this yourself, how to set things up. Get out of your comfort zone, watch the videos. It's very straightforward in the back office. Get your signals set up. Order your virtual private server, your VPS, so you're not going to miss any signals. And once you've done it once, you're then empowered to tell everybody else in your team below you how to do it. Run with your practice account for 4 weeks on both futures and Forex, and then come in with your own capital at the point you're comfortable and ready. There's the first thing for Monday. Secondly, the marketing system will be live on Monday. You will be able to go into your back office, click on a button, and turn it on. Then what you should be shouting from the rooftops is, how do I get as many people to see this wonderful system as possible? Ask your sponsor, your inviter, and if you don't get the right answer, go to the next person and the next person. And if you need to, you come to me or Sharon or any of the other board of advisors if you're not getting the support that you need. I will be disappointed if you're not, but we'll deal with it, and we'll make sure that you have the answers to the questions that you need clarifying. There's two things for Monday. The third thing is the company marketing starts marketing the business globally, and therefore that information is passed back down. Now, the company worked that on the basis of rotators for the initial members within the company, and quite simply that it assists us. It's done on what we call a rotator. That means a carousel. So as Mrs. Jones inquires about iMarkets Live, it gets issued to one person and then issued to the next person, and so on. It runs around the carousel. That was opened up to people that went to Vegas, which was a lovely gesture on behalf of IML. And of course, it is a combined effect and a rolling effect that will assist everybody else, because as you know, and as we covered in previous slides, your matrix is filled not only by you and your efforts, but by your team around you. So if one of those people are on the rotator, as they fill their levels, it's helping you in your levels fill those. And so it rolls out. So there is the third thing for Monday.
May I add to that?
Please do.
We understand that there's a certain group of people that were committed to the rotator, and Tag and I worked last night. We're going to open up the rotator if we feel that it's working to the degree that we want it to work, which we know it will, to all that are not part of the rotator. They can be, but they would pay. Those that came in during the time that were the rotator have a commitment from the company that's included in their price. Those that came in after, we don't want to exclude you, so we will charge a fee, and you can be part of the rotator. So sometime in November, we'll open it up to the whole company, and there'll be a fee for those that are not part of the initial round of people that came in.
That's
So
fantastic, Linda.
we're just gonna make sure that the price is fair, and it's a very costly proposition for the company what's about to happen. And the other thing is too, we're looking right now, Tag and I, a lot of people from that rotator, the phone weighs at 900 pounds, will be looking for support to close sales. So we're looking into two things right now.
Right.
And I will get back to you, Lee and Sharon, and let you know.
Wow, that's fantastic, Linda. That again, that's not outcasting anybody, you see. You know, you're coming in now and you're going to give that availability for other people to be able to join. It's fantastic. Really
What it
is.
simply means in layman's terms, and that's an extraordinary announcement, is that when you turn on your marketing system on Monday, don't wait for that to happen. Talk to us about getting people to see that. How do I do it? How do I get traffic to my marketing system? How do I get eyeballs on this video? And then people ask me for more information. So make sure you ask those questions. But what it's going to mean is you can take control of that and just say, I'd like a slice of what the company is doing, and it might cost me, I'm not going to quote figures, but let's say it costs X. Just think about that. You know, whatever it is you're asked to pay for it, look at what you could make from each person deciding to get involved with IML. It's what we call the cost of acquisition. You spend X to make Y, and it's a no-brainer. And I know how this system is going to convert. I spent a lot of time with Teg, who had developed it, and the conversion rates are outstanding at the moment. Outstanding. And that's my world. And for
Tag
them
will
to achieve.
Tag's gonna run training, I think, on Tuesday. He'll be back home by Tuesday, and he'll be running training on Tuesday for the system.
Great.
So that's fantastic. Yeah.
Finally, guys, we felt that we had to take some fairly massive action ourselves as the board of advisors. We were blown away, I think, with what happened in Las Vegas, and that's probably the biggest understatement. And we felt that what we needed to do was to make sure that we conveyed everything that we possibly could to everybody that is either looking at IML for the first time or that is in IML, and really wants to understand what went on and get an understanding of the true passion and emotion that drives this company forward. So I'm delighted to announce to you that on Saturday, this Saturday, which is 2 days' time, we are going to be holding Viva Las Vegas. That will be starting at 9 a.m. PST, 12 noon Eastern Time. That is 5 p.m. UK, 6 p.m. Europe. And there will be an hour's presentation from each board of advisor. There will be videos that will be extracted from Las Vegas itself. And let me tell you, if you weren't there, you missed one hell of an event. Just to get the enthusiasm and the information that we cannot convey in a PowerPoint presentation to you, you'll be able to see the people on stage, the traders talking to the audience about what they do. Now we're hoping to have we've got the video company working extremely hard to get us the footage. It may not be beautifully edited, but what we want to do is convey exactly what went on. I'll give you the times again and the link you need to go to half an hour before the show starts on Saturday. The times again, please write these down. It is 9 a.m. PST Pacific time. It is 12 noon Eastern time. That is 5 p.m. in the UK, 6 p.m. in Europe. And I hope nobody's clocks move in the meantime, otherwise I'm in trouble with those times. But that's as I understand it to be on Saturday. The link that you need to go to is IML Vegas, as in iMarkets Live, imlvegas.com. imlvegas.com. Now, can I just say to you, before I pass it back to my colleagues, to wrap things up and go to questions, that this is an opportunity that you need to grasp. Just think about what you could do by inviting some friends in, if it's in the UK, for Saturday evening. contact your prospects and say, look, why don't you come around for a glass of wine and a drink? Why don't we hook the computer up to the TV? Why don't we sit and watch this together? And you tell me at the end of that whether or not this is a company you'd like to be involved with, because I know what answer they're going to give you. I was there. I saw what went on. I saw the emotion. There were a lot of tears from everybody, me included. To see one man's true passion to change people's lives around the world was very emotional. And you'll get to see that yourself on Saturday. So please, whatever you do, don't miss it. Sharon?
Oh, absolutely. To me, going to Vegas, I knew it was going to be great. Nowhere near what I experienced, Lee. And to meet Linda, Christopher, the traders, ISIS, it just makes you realize how real and how passionate that what we're involved with, and where it's given to me as a single parent. It has given me a vehicle that I feel that's going to create a legacy for my children, that I'm going to be able to ride this vehicle for a long, long time. And whatever it takes, guys, whatever it takes, if you want to change your lives, trust me, if you want to change your lives, do it. You need to take action and do it, because this is the one that is definitely going to work for you. We've seen it for ourselves. Absolutely.
Linda, is there anything you'd like to add before we move to questions? Just give her a moment.
Simple. I found out that Lee and Sharon got sold. Boy, can they dance. Lee can shake it, and so can Sharon.
Oh yes, baby.
That brings back some memories.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Okay, guys, let's look at your questions and let's do our very best to answer those. Thank you for staying with us. Everybody is still here, just about, which is outstanding. I appreciate we've gone on. I hope that, but there's been a lot to tell you. In future, we'll be working webinars, and there will be weekly webinars. The new schedule will be up in the next 48 hours. They're planned 4 weeks ahead now, and we'll be releasing the new schedule to you for next week, for Monday. So let's answer some questions that we've got in the boxes here. Is futures market, from Steve in the UK? I know Steve, a new company. No, I think we've clarified that. It's just a new market from a point of view, not a new company, but a new market to trade in. I think we covered the commodities of what that trades, and you'll be able to do not only the Forex as well as the futures. Let me have a look, Stephen. I think you may have been putting these questions in as we went through. Do IML do different monthly packages, E247 to build a team? I think we've covered all the packages again. We will be making this recording available for everyone. So I think you're quite clear. It's £1,400 for the executive trading package. It's £97 to be an associate, and there's a monthly subscription of £247. Can Linda say who her broker is? Asked Pam, my sponsor. Hi, Pam. Lovely to see you here. I don't think she will, simply because we cannot be seen to be recommending people, or the company cannot be seen to be recommending people. What I would suggest that you do, Pam, is just drop her a line through. Never too old, says Diane Cleek. I'm not quite sure what that means, so we'll move on from that. What is the average amount to trade? Well, the trading, there's no barrier really on amounts to trade. There is, I think, with Forex, you can start at any level. And they're going to be 4 to 5 trades, I think, a week. You'll find with Forex, they're going to be longer term trades rather than the short term trades that they were doing. And with futures, yes, I think to make some significant moves, the amount that you'd need to come in is slightly higher. So my suggestion, and the way I'm approaching the business, if it helps, is simply to people share, to build up my residual income from that, to move some money across into the Forex trading platform once I've actually used the demo account and got comfortable with that, and then from there to move into futures. So it's a nice, steady progression. Maybe not how everybody wants to do it. That's entirely up to you. Okay, what about Australia? Not sure what that means, Anna. Maybe it's webinar times. Maybe it's to do with Saturday. I don't know. But we've had to select one run. It's going to be a long show. So we'll do our best to record it and make it available if we can. We're going to be using a new platform. It's going to be like a TV broadcast. So bear with us if we're not experts at it, but I think we'll have it pretty worked out by then. But I think you're going to find it incredibly interactive and really enjoyable on Saturday. If you see anything, Sharon, by all means pick it up.
Yeah, there is. There's one from Howard. What was the problem that made IML introduce futures as well as Forex? There was no problem. Futures were always in the game. You know, it was just a matter of time before futures came on, and we're very, very blessed to have it on board on Monday.
Yeah, I mean,
it was scheduled for Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. It was scheduled always for Vegas. It was always scheduled for Vegas, so there is no problems at all.
Absolutely.
There is another question about, you know, the $97. Everyone that is a founder, your grandfathered into all of the marketing system is free, and everything that Lee described here today is free to you.
Oh, that's
great.
Fantastic.
Yes, I think webinars, and we've probably given information out after these questions were put in. I was really hoping for webinars. Well, I think we've covered that now. Your new schedule will be available for next week. I can see Howard's question there. We'll keep rolling through. Marketing tools, again, Stephen, thanks for bringing that up. I think we've answered that. Okay,
I think
that's all been covered.
What about the new members joining December and wants to at least 1,000 per month? Is this still achievable without all the bonuses that were in August? I'm not sure, Steve. The bonuses have just got bigger again for me.
I think we've probably, that question was probably put in again before we went through the bonuses. So yeah, the fast start, I mean, clearly you know now that you've got 7% from your matrix, from the levels that you're qualified for.
The fast start is it.
You've got the fast start that obviously now pays on 4 levels, 30% on level 1 and so on down. Yeah.
We have a calculator, and we also have a map to success for October, which we'll make available to everybody. But it's real basic for me. I'm going to live off of my fast start bonuses and then save my residual. But if it's real basic, guys, if you take 2 people a week and ask them to duplicate by 2, and those 2 to duplicate by 2 to the 4th level, it's over $2,500. If you double that, you're making anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 in fast start bonuses a week. Because it's now 4 levels, it's changed everything. So I would definitely look at the fast start bonus and learn and understand it fast.
Steve Goodwin, who is in my team, says, can't IML send an email to new UK Ultimate traders on day 15 with a button to click to upgrade to be an associate? Well, yeah, it can be done, and it may very well be done, Steve. But what I will say to that is that I think you've got to do it as well. I think you've got to take responsibility over your member, because they need to come in and they need to hit the ground running. You need to show them how to turn on their system, their marketing system, and ask them what they're doing to get people to see their marketing system and help them get that set up as well. Because if they're doing that, then your account is going to do very well. So I'm sure that there will be an automated system to put in to remind them. But I think that whether that will be ready immediately or not, I don't know. There's an awful lot going on. In the meantime, just diary note it. Founder members, Simon's asked for, do founder members have to pay the 97? That's been covered by Linda. I know she's just picked that up. Do founder members get the pack, etc.? That's a good question, Linda. I probably missed that in Vegas, but I know those that were in Vegas got it and picked it up. For people that obviously joined up until Vegas, Linda, the package, does that get sent out to them?
As far as I'm aware, Lee, no.
Linda's probably gone for a cup of coffee. So I will clarify that, guys. I don't know. She may be back very shortly or maybe on a call at the moment. Can we use PLG autoresponder instead of the comment? Yeah, look, what you can do is you can use any of your own marketing.
On a call.
That's right, no problem. You can use any of your own marketing initiatives. What we're simply stating is that there is no separate system with this. The beautiful thing about the marketing system on Monday is it is all web-based. It runs from within the website. So there's no additional cost. Let me tell you, we spend a lot of money marketing on a monthly basis with having this fee and that fee for autoresponders and so on. IML have given this to you free of charge. It's within your associate fee of $97. And let me tell you, that doesn't even really go close for 1 month. let alone for a year.
It's worth a fortune. It's worth a fortune, Lee. We know
Yeah.
what it's worth.
Linda, the question I asked
Lee,
was, yes.
you didn't ask me what call I was on.
Oh, what call were you on?
Christopher Terry's on his way to talk to you guys.
Oh, cool.
Oh my
Excellent.
So
goodness.
excited that you did this. He's on his way here now.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, we'll keep going with the questions until till he
Right.
turns
I
up.
will answer the question that you were asking me when
Yeah.
I wasn't supposedly paying attention. Those that are existing founders are not the package that you got in Las Vegas for those for Las Vegas, just to say thank you for traveling there. Excuse me. And then we have a fulfillment house who is Ryan, and anybody that joined as of this past Monday who's domestic, it will be shipped out the same day, and anyone that's international, it will wait the 7 days, and in UK, the 14 days to be shipped out. So no, you will not receive it unless you're somebody brand new. It's something brand new going forward, and those in Las Vegas did receive it to say thank you for traveling.
There we go. That answers that question.
Right. There's a question here from Bill, the 247 monthly. Can you read that, Lee?
I'm just getting down there.
Yeah. How much we need to trade, and how many trades would we have to discover the 247 monthly with limited amount to put in the trading account if one isn't great at referring? What would your answer be to that one, Linda? I know my answer, but what would you say? For me, go on.
For you and I, we both have the same answer. We selected at this point in time, trading is important. I'm on a signal. I don't have a lot of money in my trading. I have selected to build my team at this time. And when I build it to a certain amount of money, then I will go over and I will then learn how to trade, because this profession is very important. So to ask me what you need trading wise to cover your monthly, if you were here through the whole presentation, we just gave you a rank bonus that's going to help you cover your monthly. So those of you that want to sponsor and build your team, we're helping you do that. Those of you that want to do it in trading and in futures, you've got to start. I think the minimum is $3,500. In Forex, it was $100 or $200, but you're never going to make enough money to cover your monthly with $100. So I think you've got to go your own pace. Everybody has to do what's comfortable for them. For me on this call, I didn't have the $5,000 to put in straight into a Forex or a futures. I decided to make the money in the MLM portion of it, of the networking, and build a team, and then take my money over there.
A great point. Mandy Owen, I mean, I know Mandy, who's been looking at IML for some time. Mandy's based at home now in the UK, and she says that I'm not in a financial position to start with IML at the moment. It may be another couple of months before I can get started. I fear I may miss out. Well, Mandy, let me just give you a tip, and take it or leave it. And bless you. I know the circumstances that you're in, and what you can do, Mandy, is there's nothing to stop you exposing this business to other people now. There's nothing to stop you talking to other people and them saying, oh, I may be interested in it. And just think, if you've got 3 or 4 people lined up that would like to start, I'll help you hold those people in the right order so that they're sitting there for you. And if you got paid a fast start bonus from each of those, that would pretty much cover, it would cover your membership initially. So, there's nothing to stop you talking to them. And making sure that they're loyal to you and that they understand the business. We can do that at the moment. We can expose them to the information. They can come on the webinars. So just start working away at that at the moment, and you'll be surprised that if you've got 2 or 3 of those people then that will want to get started, tomorrow or Saturday is going to be a great time for them to maybe log on to imlvegas.com. And start to watch it for themselves. So maybe just make a short list if you've got some people that you think may be interested in this.
I think that's a great idea.
Lee, after this, if you and I and Mandy can have a meeting, that would be great. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to the man that made all of this possible for all of us. Mr. Chistopher Terry is here with us now. If you could unmute him. So
I will do that. Let me find him on there first.
Incredible human being that has made this possible for all of us.
Well, we've got so many people on here. It might be time. There he is. Let me take a moment to find him. I've got him. Christopher, can you hear us?
Yes, I could. Wow, trading on the beach.
Hi. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful.
Great. We miss you already.
I miss you guys. I open up my computer, I put on the webinar, and I see the trading on the beach. And I was telling Linda uh, why we wanted to do this. Back in 1990, oh gosh, it was about 1997 era. I had such a hard time with trading, and I went to the beach. I went into the Bahamas, and I took a long walk on the beach, and I kept on asking myself why. I kept on asking. I'm not religious, but I kept on saying, God, I don't get it. Why would you give me the best business in the world, the trading business? Why would you give me the best business in the world, the best opportunity? There's no payroll, no receivables. It could work from anywhere. Why would you let me fail? And a message came to me to go to my room and read a book. I went and read the book, and in that book was somebody who changed my life. And it was at the Cable Beach Radisson in the Bahamas. And from that day forward, my whole life changed. So we have to go back to the beach, right where it all started. So I'm excited. And you know
That
what?
works for me, Chris.
I have a vision. I have a vision of about 50 of us all lined up with our iPads or just trading from the beach.
Oh, sounds like my world.
I'm so excited right now. I've just been testing out all day the futures side of the
Ooh.
equation because the Forex is a longer term type of vehicle. We're going to take that on swings. And to day trade, it's a little bit difficult, as you know, but the S&P E-mini futures, which is can be traded globally with U.S. brokers, but basically from a global standpoint, exciting. High frequency trades, active, nice profits, nice market to learn. I'm more excited about this than anything else. It's blown me away. I'm just thrilled to death that we're ready to rock and roll come Monday morning.
Monday's going to be a big day, Chris. I mean, everything seems to be figured around Monday. We've got futures, we've got the rotator, we've got the marketing system. Monday's going to be huge in IML's life.
Marketing system is outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is
it's
We're
fantastic.
calling we're calling Monday Momo Money.
Fantastic. Yeah, the marketing suite and the Forex the same day, Chris. That is
Futures,
something
yeah.
else.
Christopher, I
Yep.
have a question for you
Yes,
that I've
yes, ma'am.
not asked you as of yet, and you and I are very close. I'm going to assume the answer, but I want everybody to know who you are. Christopher, you just spent 5 days away with the bulk of your company, a lot of people in your company. And, being online sometimes doesn't make things real. You have just made friends with a Lee and a Sharon and everybody, and the tears and the laughter and the craziness, and it was a lot of fun. Is your feeling now even is different now for the company? Are you as driven, more driven? I know ISIS's feeling has changed
Yeah,
tremendously.
yeah,
Would
of
you share
course.
that with us, please?
Of course. I mean, online we speak, it's one thing, but we got to meet face to face. I got to hug Lee and hug Sharon and watch Sharon do some of her karate stuff. Uh,
Judo.
and Lee was dancing with one of the singers.
Yeah.
We had such a ball. We had a party, we had a funeral, and yeah, I mean, we got down to business on, oh gosh, it was Thursday. We started discussing all sorts of business with the board of advisors on the future of the company and where we're going. And that was an amazing meeting, getting to meet
Mm.
every single board of advisor. And we're sitting in a room having dinner. And then after the dinner, we got into some serious talk. And that was exciting. Getting up there and we're doing the videos. We're doing some video testimonials and some interviews and just listening to the words that come out of their mouth. It was humbling. It was humbling. But yeah, of course, you put the bodies to the words, and there's just no going back. It's just we're just going whole next level right now.
I I watched Isis cry 2 or 3 times because, it's
Oh.
very easy to write a check, but now she put a face to every check she writes. And
Oh
and
yeah,
and her comments of "you are my family." You know, it's
Yes.
just Christopher and I and Randy and the baby and the
Yeah.
puppy. But
Ronnie, my golden
Ronnie,
retriever.
but now you are totally this company. Everybody in this company is my family. I
Yes.
watched one of the most successful women I know actually break down and cry because she really believed we're her family.
Oh, she don't have to believe. She knows we're her family.
It's
Oh,
Look,
amazing for
to
me.
get up on stage, a lot of people think, oh, that's stage talk, and it's not. With me, I'm as real as you're gonna get. I may say things from stage that people cringe because I
I don't know what you
that's what we
mean.
love about
I
you.
was
That's what
joking
we
about
love
something
about
with
you.
I was joking about something with a bank card, and somebody took it too far. I'm as real as you're gonna get, and I've been in the industry for so many years. I've been in both the network marketing, I've been in the trading, and to mesh the two worlds together, that just to me, that's a dream, that's a vision. And I was actually speaking to somebody about it last night when I first started. He kept on saying to me, nah, I'm not sure. And now he's like, can I get in? I was like, yeah, well, why don't you wait until we've blown up to even think about it? I was telling the guy in the beginning, look, come on. So I don't know about this. Now he's here. Now everywhere he looks, he sees IML and it's pissing him off.
Peter's
You
just
know,
made a
Chris.
really good point. Sorry, Sharon, I'm going to call. Peter's just
It's
made
all
a really
right.
good point. Chris, just before we came on, we were just reading some questions from somebody that was struggling, and I know is struggling financially at the moment. And Peter Bowers is in my team. Made a really good point. And Mandy, if you're listening, said that funds were low for them too. So what they did was they got four people together to get started, and basically chipped in each to get an account running. If whatever you need to do, guys, is what you need to do, and that's one great solution. You don't have to run solo if things are tight initially, and then maybe look at it further down the line once you start to make some money. So thanks for that, Peter. I think also Alicia maybe asked. I don't know whether you can recall this marvelous moment on the beach and what book that was, Chris. But Alicia just wondered whether you can recall the name of it.
Oh, of course. It was called New Market Wizards. And what happened was I called up the person. Look, if you're hungry enough, if your tenacity is strong enough, you're going to figure it out. And I was on that beach and I was just stressing out because I couldn't believe I was failing at the greatest thing that's ever been blessed to me. And when I read the book. It was called New Market Wizards. It was given to me from somebody prior. What had happened was prior to that, I was having a tough time trading, so I took a trip, and somebody had given me a book. And he said, in this book, you're going to find some stories and they're going to change your life. I don't remember his name, but I found somebody who took me on and mentored me, and 2 years later, we were business partners, and we built a significant global business. And our job, and I was actually looking at an interview that was done in 2006. It was on Optionetics. It was an interview I did. If you can go search it out, there was 3 interviews within on one story, 3 pages to this one interview. And at the time, it said basically our job, our passion is helping other people. So I want you guys all to know, it's what I do is not stage talk, and I'm not just inventing. I want to help others because we started IML. I've been doing this long enough, way before IML was even dreamt about, back in the early 2000s. And when I had first gotten started building the retail side, my ex-partner and I, we got together, and our whole mission was to help other people. It was just to build a business and educate and help. But with the IML being born, wow, we're going global. We've gone global, and lives are changing, not only from trading, that education, but from the multi-level marketing and network marketing side. And to have these two industries, let me tell you something. If I was to start today with the opportunity that we have in front of us, and I didn't have much cash in my pocket, but we all have one thing. We have 2 legs, hopefully, 2 hands, a brain, eyes. We can get out. We can speak. All right? There is no reason you cannot sponsor 10 or 15 people. No reason whatsoever. If you're hungry enough, and you're tired of being low on funds, get up and get out there and just build your network marketing business side. Get your fast start going. Put some money into the markets. That's how you're going to do it. Don't worry about putting $100. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Christopher, that comes back to something, ladies and gentlemen. He asked me when I first met him what my dream was, and my dream was to own a house near a beach. Finally, for Joe and I to live the lifestyle. He's never forgotten that. Every single day we talk, he says, "Well, your dream is that house. We're going to work hard to get you that
Florida."
Dream. So,
in
yes,
Florida,
he knows.
on the West
He
Coast.
remembers everything. He remembers.
I know how much.
Everything. He remembers everything.
There was a guy. There was a guy, Earl Shove. Sorry, Linda. There was a guy, Earl Shove, and he was Jim Rome's mentor. And everybody knows who Jim Rome is. If you haven't, then search him out. And Earl Shove did a talk in the Essex House in New York City in 1965, and he basically said you got to define down to the specifications of what you really want. And Linda has done that. I've listened to her tell me about this house, the floor, the walls, the detail, and she has it. She's going to be there in a very short period of time. Linda, can you talk to them about that?
That's visualizing my dreams. For me, this business is very much split into two, Christopher. There's the trading aspect, and then there's the networking aspect. I am an expert on the networking, and I've got to learn the trading. I keep them very separate in my mind because that education that you're offering me is just priceless. So to visualize my house and be inside of this house, I want to get that house after I made enough money on the networking so that I could sit in my den and learn my new profession. The education that you have offered all of us is priceless.
Yes, exactly. That's the model.
The education is priceless. I mean, you've given us a
education
chance at
is
life.
Outstanding. Yeah, we got some great educators. What we're about to do come Monday, because we're turning the signals on, we already started educating in the live trading room. It's all day today. It was amazing. I was in there. Lewis was in there. We were just rocking and rolling. And if you have a chance, come into that live trading room. Your life will change because you know that you can come in and start taking control of your life, even on the trading side of what you do with the money once you have it in your hand. It's exciting. It definitely is.
Guys, we've kept you here, and I thank you for holding on and staying with us. We've lost very few people on this call, and I think it's been inspirational. Christopher, thank you for taking the time to come and talk with everybody. I really do appreciate that, and I know everybody else out there does also, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And what I'd like you to do now, guys, is just before you depart here, we are going to make this call available to you on a recording. It's going to go into the Skype rooms. It's going to go into the Facebook groups and so on. It's now down to you to take some action with it. If you are looking at the business, what I urge you to do is to get in touch with your inviter and as quickly as possible. Make sure you've got the information and any questions that you need answering, get those answered. If for some reason they're not available, please obviously contact somebody above or somebody else in order to get that information that you need. So please don't get stuck at that point. But for those of you already in the business, it's now down to you to use these tools that are going to be brought to you in the next few days to enable you to change your life for good. And please don't take that as an empty statement. The tools that you will see on Monday delivered to you will do exactly that, but only and only if you decide to do something with them. So if you need assistance with that, then please ask. That's all I can say. You have an opportunity now, once this webinar is put out, to give this webinar to as many people as you like. And I happen to say I think that it's been quite concise. We've gone through all the information, and I hope that you can use it to your advantage to help you build your business. Please remember that imlvegas.com starts on Saturday 9 a.m. PST. That's 12 noon Eastern Time. That's 5 p.m. UK, and that's 6 p.m. in Europe. Switch on. You'll love what you're going to see, and make sure that you get as many people to watch it with you at the same time and let us do the work for you. Thank you for staying tuned in. I've muted Sharon because she was busy typing and responding to people asking questions. Sharon, thank you very much.
Sorry, I was responding to the questions, Lee.
I
I
know
just
you were.
thought it was
I know
only
you were.
fair
No,
for
that's great.
people to get some answers. Do you know what I mean?
That's great.
So that's no problem. Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, fantastic. Do you know what? I want to see everybody on Saturday. So that'll be brilliant. You can feel that you've been to Vegas with us and you can see everything that's there. I know this has gone on quite long, but it is the first webinar since the launch, Lee. So I think it was quite important to speak to Linda, yourself, and cover all the new tools that we've got. I think that was really important.
I do indeed. Linda, thank you for your leadership and all the things that you interrupted me with as we went through the webinar. So I appreciate that.
Sorry.
And that's all right. I love the fact you do it.
We need
that's
it, Linda.
great.
Thank you, sweetie.
If the truth is, I only came on so I can hear your accent, Lee.
Yeah, okay, whatever. We'll see you guys soon. And hey, let's make it a big
they want to know
weekend.
about the rotator. Let me just answer this one more time because it seems to be a big thing, Lee. Those of you that came on in time to do the rotator, it is part of your package. The rotator starts on Monday. And those of you that came on after the date of when the rotator is closed, you will have the option sometime maybe in the mid-October, if not by December, to purchase the rotator hits. So if that answers your question, please.
I think the question, just being specific about that, because I read an earlier question from Moneyman, a great name incidentally, was that he felt that maybe it was better to stick to it as it was originally planned so that everybody got a fair flow of traffic into their business. I don't tend to agree with that. I think that what you need to understand, if I may be as frank, Moneyman, is that this rotator can be scaled up to whatever extent we want to. The more traffic we buy to it, the more people that are going to opt in, the more people. So if all that will happen, I can tell you quite clearly, is that it won't make any difference to the original arrangement. As people come in and put more money into the pot, so the traffic will increase. So it won't go the other way. If anything, it will just get bigger and bigger. So it's exponential. We can throw
Gives
as
us
much.
more buying power.
Absolutely. The more we spend, the more leads we get.
Exactly.
So guys, thank you very much for staying tuned in. I'm going to let you go. It's late where some of you are, but hey, let's make this a huge weekend for IML and for yourselves. Use Saturday and Monday and this webinar to help you do that. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Lee. Thanks, Linda. Bye. Bye, everyone.